So hello guys, welcome back to our YouTube channel. So in this tutorial video, we are going to learn about how to create and loading effects in HTML by using CSS. So let's first start with our HTML file. So as you can see that I give them the links here. Okay, now let's move forward to our code. So firstly, we are going to create a new section here, and inside the section, I'm going to create our div class. So let's give them the class as a loading if you want to, and close. Then inside the div class I'm going to write down our span tag, and I'm going to give them the style which we use. So I'm going to give them the one number. Okay guys, now less than, close. So I'm going to create this 1 to 20 here guys. Okay, so let's just copy this one and paste. Sorry guys. So let's give them two number, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, sorry, 7, then 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Let's create one, two more, and this is our last 20. Then save. Okay. Now our HTML file is clear, guys. Okay. If you have any query, write down in the comment section. So let's start with our CSS file, guys. So let's move forward to our section part here, guys. So let's have section here. Okay, now let's add in section display as a flex. Okay, now let's move forward to our justify content, not self. Justify content as a center, then justify content display. Now alignment items we are going to set as a center. Then let's add one more, minimum height or minimum width, whichever you want to add here. So let's 100 vertical height. Let's background as a hashtag T8 1414. Sorry, yeah, T8 1414. It's a red color which I choose. Okay, now let's move forward to our next part. Is our section loader, or as a section loading, which we write here section loading. Okay, so we are going to write down here section loading. So let's just copy this one, section as a dot loading, curly brackets open and close. Let's give them the position as a relative, then width as a 120 pixel, then height as a 120 pixel. Now let's move forward to our section dot loading our span tag, curly brackets open and close. So as you can see, this is our span tag. Okay, now let's move forward to our position. So we are going to give them the position as a absolute. Let's open our browser so you can understand. This is our file. Okay, let's give them the split screen so you can see that. Okay, now let's move forward to our top position or a left position, whichever position you want to give. So I give them as a left as a 0 here. If you want this as a right side, you can also do that. Now let's give them the width and height as a 100%. Now let's move forward to our section loading span before. Before. Curly brackets open and close. Content which we going to write our empty. Then position as a absolute. Then top as a 0. Left as a 0. Now let's give them the width. So I will give them the 15 width. Then height as a 15 pixel. Background as a hashtag double FD 900. This is our, how as you can see, this is our background. This is because we write down 15 pixel, that's why it look like this. Now we are going to add our box shadow here, guys. So let's add our box shadow as a 10 pixel. Then hashtag 07113B. So as you can see, this is how it look like in 10 pixel. You can also do that by adding, let's just add one more. So let's adjust the position. So I'm going to give them the 20 pixel, 40 pixel, 60 pixel, then 80 pixel. Let's give them also the 100%. So this is my 100 pixel, guys. Okay. Now we are going to add our animation here, guys. Okay. So let's first add our in our section. So inside the section, you need to write down animation. Then give them the name whichever you want. So I write down here animate background as animate BG. Then give them the second, then linear, infinite, then save. Now I'm going to add our keyframes here, guys. So let's add our keyframes as animate BG. Whichever name you give it, you need to write down here, guys. Okay. Let's curly brackets open and close. 0%. And inside I'm going to write down our filter here, guys, as a view rotation. So for as a 0%, I'm going to give them the 0 degree here, guys. Okay. Let's write down our 100% now. So let's give them the 100%. So I'm going to write down here. So as you can see, the light is moving. Now 360 degree as a this one is moving right now. Now let's move forward over this part section loading span here, guys. So I'm going to write down here as a transform, rotate, as a calculate, as a 20 degree. Whichever degree you want to give them here, you can write down here, guys. Okay. Here I am going to use our variable I, which we write down here. This one. This one is our variable I. So as you can see, this is my circle here. Okay, now let's move forward to our main part, guys, in our section loading span before. Now we are going to add our animation, guys. Sorry, inside we need to write. So let's write down our animation as a animate as a 2 second linear infinite. Then save. So as you can see, now I'm going to give them the delay here. Let's save. As you can see, it's changing. But if I give them the animation delay here, then calculate, then 0.1 second, variable I. Now let's add our animate frames here, guys. Okay, so let's write down our at the keyframes. Whichever new name you use here, you need to write down here, guys. So I use here animate. So let's curly brackets open and close 0%. I'm going to use here our transform as a scale 1, and it goes to 0% is going to change. So let's just copy and paste 100% scale as a 0. So as you can see, it takes some times here. As you can see, delay time, which we use here as a 0.1 second. Then it's going to change. As you can see, our loading circle is working right now. So that is how you can do that by adding your CSS, guys, in HTML. Okay, so that is for all today, guys. If you have any query, write down in the comment section, and also don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Bye.